Well, good evening, internets. It's me, DP Knudten, for another Bookward Bound, my 301-day journey from I should really do this to done. And that done is the creation of a brand new book called NONFICTION BRAND. Discover, craft, and communicate the completely true, completely you brand you already are. And that's what I'm doing down here every night, as I have since March 5th of 2020, Friday, March 5th. I've been coming down here to work on a brand new book that I'm going to be self-publishing via Amazon's Kindle Direct Publishing platform. And I'm uploading press-ready PDF files on January 1st of 2021. Yep, I'm celebrating the new year with a new book. And the only way I'm going to get that done is by coming down here and working on it, even when I don't want to. So I've enlisted you, my fellow peer pressure people, to actually keep me on the straight and narrow working on this book in one form or another by coming down here every single night and working on it. So what am I going to do tonight? Well, first, let's head on over to Scrivener. Scrivener is the application I'm using to write this book, and you can see it right here. You got the main window where you do the writing. You got the chapters or sections, whatever you want to call it, over here, and some handy flag color coding that I use to remind myself exactly what I've done or haven't done in this book. And tonight I'm working on a yellow flag section about Kate Toon, my friend in Sydney, Australia. And I'm just kind of getting ready to wrap up that section right here. And the last thing I need to do just as there can be no separation between you, the person, and you, the brand, for people like Kate, there's no business to be sold. There's no business that could possibly be sold to someone else. That's the very definition of a fully personalized, personal brand-based business. That Kate knows this informs every decision she makes. The business's tone of voice is her tone of the person you hear on podcasts and see in online video is exactly the same person you'll meet in public. That's the very real, completely aligned definition of a non-fiction. That's the moral of Kate's story. Let's go back here. Where Kate chooses to play, take her business, can pivot all it wants, comma, but the pivot upon which staked does that point is that point where Kate chooses to take her business can pivot all at once and can pivot in any direction. In any direction. But the pivot point upon which it rotates never does. Point is inalterable. It's defined. That point is inalterable because it's defined by the so. Parts. Never do. Not loving it, but I'm going to go ahead and update the flag on this section from yellow, meaning not quite done. You've started some writing, but it's not done yet. I'm going to give it the blue flag of pretty close to done. May need a little work, but we shall see. And yeah, I need to read through all this stuff. And make corrections on the fly, which I will do, but not right now on this. Instead, I want to do something else. So I use an application called Descript to do some transcribing for me. And it does a whole lot of other stuff. And frankly, I have not mastered this thing at all. But since hearing about it from my friend Stephanie Liu, I've learned that, hey, you can get really nice transcripts from this thing. So, see, stuff like that where it really goes through and it's tied to the actual audio file, so you can make changes. It's really very cool. But I want to add a new composition in here and transcribe the new podcast that I did today, that I edited today with Leah Rowe, my friend. Where's podcasts? 16 Leah Rowe podcast. Open that up. It'll start transcribing. It'll ask me, are there speakers in here? And then ask how many speakers. I'll say 2. And then hit transcribe. And this is going to take a while to kind of churn through its head. As you can see, your transcript will be ready in a few minutes. And it does take a few minutes, probably 3. It's more like 3 than 15. So That's very cool. And when it comes out, I want to grab something in here because I think I'm starting a new section. Am I starting a new section? I think I am. And I'm going to make it about, or did I get rid of it down here? Because I've gone through and I've thought about, should I write about? No, I haven't written about it. Okay, so first of all, I can identify speakers, which is cool.
Well, what it does for me is...
Yeah, that's me.
Well, let's see. When it happened, we had a lot of in-person stuff scheduled for Q1 and Q2 of this year of 2020. And
so now it's going to assign the correct name to the speaker. But yeah, I want to call this, what do we want to call this? Leah row. Leaving. Hey, that's nice. That'll work. That'll play. This is a new section. And yeah, see over here, boom, it's already done. I know that at about 11 minutes in, and one of the cool things is I can just drag this or drag this down here, and you can see over here, I go to about, what was it? 11:08. I want to go to 11:08. Say that, and I think I was talking. Okay. Is this section right here? Let's clean it up first. This is one of the cool things. So you can clean up or correct the text, and you can do it while you listen to it. So.
Well, and DP, you haven't even said it yet, but we worked together. We hired you to help us with our branding 2 years ago when we were just starting out. And what was so fascinating about that is that you didn't create a brand for me. You asked a lot of questions, you listened, and then
questions, comma.
You listened, and then it was, you saw me. Your work,
You saw me. Period. Work, comma, felt seen, I felt heard, felt like you were holding up a mirror.
I felt seen, I felt heard, I felt like you were holding up a mirror, and for the first time, I was seeing my true, authentic brand being reflected back to me in words that were way better than I described myself as. But it was that moment of clarity of like, yes, that is who I am. Yes, that is who I am. Somebody else.
Oop.
Yes, that is who I am. That's who I'm trying to be, and somebody else sees it.
Be. And somebody else sees it.
And can codify that.
Well, thank you for saying that, because that's the core foundation of what nonfiction branding is about.
Nonfiction.
Well, thank you for saying that, because that's the core foundation of what nonfiction branding is about. people can make fictional brands every day, and they do. You know, like if you're in a big consumer packaged goods company like Procter and Gamble or something like that, you will create a new version of something you already have, give it a different color, give it a new name, different packaging, and you come up with a backstory that seems mildly plausible, and then you put it in the marketplace and you give it all this stuff, and you spend a lot of money to create an idea, an impression in people's brain.
An idea, comma, and
An impression in people. An impression in people's brains, and it's based on.
Oh, let's give it the long dash. Oh, I might not be able to do a long dash. Yeah, it won't allow me to put a long dash in. Well, let's just do that.
People's brains, and it's based on nothing that is actually
On nothing.
That is actually true.
Mm-hmm.
Nonfiction branding. Nonfiction branding is not about creative writing. It's about becoming an archaeologist and literally digging through layers and layers of complexity to find the grains of gold. Sorry, I'm mixing metaphors here. It's not about archaeology. It's about mining. You're literally digging down to find the grains of gold, aggregate.
Mining, period.
Literally digging down to find the grains of gold, aggregate. Of gold, aggregating those grains of gold, melting it down into this beautiful bar of solid truth, and then crafting it. And then crafting it, the crafting part, crafting it into.
Well, let's leave it.
The crafting part, crafting it into a piece of presentation jewelry you will wear every single day with the knowledge that this is absolutely who I am, what I do, and how I do it. And I'm not over-promising or under-delivering because I am constantly right. Delivering because I'm being, say it with me, truly a non.
Where am I going to put it's truly non-fiction? All right, so if I grab all this, copy. Do I put it here or do I put it in a what is nonfiction branding? Maybe I put it here. I don't know what episode this is going to be, but an excerpt from Nonfiction Brand podcast from podcast conversation between Leah Rowe, Kirk, NDP, Knudten, in episode number of the let's do it this way. From conversation between All right, so I think that might be a good place to put that. But am I going to do a section with Leah? I think I am. Leaving us like that. Old saying, man, God laughs. It applies. Humans, man, play. I know I should be inclusive here. Let's see, man, plans, laughs. Look at it. Oh, I love that. Yeah. Okay. I do not want to insert. Thank you very much. Man tagt und Gott lacht. No. Man plans. Old Yiddish. Fortunately. Two. Midst of their long and are approved. HR approved maternity leaves. Yeah. About just imagine. Just imagine. Her slippers as you getting feed to mom. Struggling to put you hours together. Yeah. Just imagine you're in her slippers. And business work we love decided lay you all right. This is a good start. I'm not going to finish this tonight, but between getting that one piece of stuff in there, I'm feeling good about that. Oh, I got to do this. I gotta put the flag, gotta get the right flag there. So I've started writing this, which means it has earned the yellow flag of, hey, you started this, you might want to finish it, idiot. Oh, these are not order, but that's okay. Over time, because I do want to go boy, girl, boy, girl. That's my plan. So I'm making that plan, which means God is going to laugh at me, right? Anyway, I'm feeling good about where I am tonight, so I'm going to leave it because I'm kind of reached a natural stopping point. I wasn't going to write this section until inspiration showed up, and now I've got a whole new section of the book, which is going to add probably 5 to 6 pages to the book, which is fabulous. But I don't want to burn myself out, so I'm going to do what I do every night about this time, which is turn it off and get some sleep and do my writing subconsciously while I sleep. Because one of the key things that I tell anybody in the creative space is, just like the song You Can't Hurry Love, you can't hurry ideas, you can't hurry writing, you can't hurry inspiration. So I took the inspiration I got tonight, I Went with it for quite a while, but I'm not done by any means, nor have I reached the end of a box canyon or anything like that. But I'm just not going to force it because I'm feeling a little bit of, okay, dude, come up with something. No, I'm not going to force it because this should be fun. Otherwise, I'm going to burn out and I'm not going to finish this. Because tonight is, let me do the math here. If tonight is November 8th, oh my Lord. So 11/6, 11/7 was 246 days with 55 to go. This will be 11/7. That's 147 or 247 days with 54 to go. Wow. I'm kind of amazed, I'll be honest with you. But that's the whole thing. I've done these consecutive live streams because I haven't burned myself out yet. And I'm not going to. So I'm going to say good night. I'm DP Knudten for the Nonfiction Brand Podcast. A new episode comes out tomorrow featuring Leah Rowe, who I was just writing about. So you can check that out wherever you get your fine podcasts for free. Just search for Nonfiction Brand and you'll see cover art that includes my beautiful picture and the words Nonfiction Brand as kind of cover art. And if you see that, you'll know you got the right podcast. Please listen to it. And if you like it, give it a thumbs up like. But don't forget to subscribe, refer it to others, and most of all, review it wherever you get your podcast because that will really help other people find it. Well, that's it for me tonight. I'm going to see you tomorrow. But until then, theme music, take us on out.